that I'm using, you'll see what's going to happen. Here, I'm going to display the variable degrees, and there's going to be axis label, y axis label. And you're going to see a couple of errors here. First of all, why is it all the way over there? Oh, that wasn't the error. Okay, as you can see here, first of all, I think it's kind of small. So I'm going to do it 12. Okay. The first thing you see is that when I give the value of y, that is the bottom part of the text. Okay. Let me see if I can illustrate this. The y is the bottom part of the text. So we don't want that. We actually want the y to be centered with this line. So I'm going to give it a little bit of, I'm going to say 5 pixels. As you can see, the mathematical operation is done first, and then we add the pixels, unit measurement, not the other way around. Because if I do that, it's going to be a y, then a 5 divided by y, then 5, then pixels. So it's going to be, let's say, 1005 instead of 105. So that's kind of centers it on the line. But that's not my major problem. What is the problem here? Before you answer, I'm going to add the degree symbol. The degree symbol, so it looks like degrees. But what is the main problem here?
All the text saying is the same.
The value. How do I fix that?
The 4.
The 4? You sure? What am I displaying? Come on, you can do this.
With a degree.
So what do I have to do to the degree?
Degree the value degree with a cycle.
But what do I have to do? Increment or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. Of how much?
75.
Nah, 75? You sure?
Sorry.
75?
75. Yes.
That's not going to look good. It's not the position. The position is fine. It is the value that I'm showing. Okay? So don't worry about the position. The position is already fine. I couldn't hear you there. Okay. We have a singer there that I guess is not paying too much attention. Hey, singer. What is the value here? Nobody?
It can be 10, don't? If we are similar to the other table.
Okay, so 10. Remember, it's not the position. The position is fine. That is controlled by the y, by the loop. The position is fine. What I'm actually modifying is the degrees. Okay.
Okay.
Now the last part here is that I don't want the last line to actually be a dash line. Okay. I actually don't want to show it, the last one, because this is going to be part of the x-axis. Okay. So I'm just going to put something quickly here. So this one, I'm just going to put it inside a if condition, if statement. I'm going to say if y less than 400, we're going to display it. If not, then we're not. Let me just open this so we can move everything. So that's just not to display the last one. I want the value, but I don't want the line. Okay. We're good.
Yes, got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this was the y-axis. Now we're going to do the x-axis. And the same thing, we're going to draw a line. It's going to go from 50 to, we said, 90, right? Whoa. I think I got it wrong here. It doesn't go to 80, it goes to 90. There we go. Okay. Got it?
I get it.
Okay, so here's where it gets tricky. The other part was easy. So we have a certain amount of values that we want to show. We actually don't know how many is supposed to be variable. So we don't know how many values we want to show. Don't tell me 7 because, yeah, right now it's 7, but it should be, no matter the amount of elements that you have, you should be able to draw them correctly in the same chart. So if I add more elements to the data, to the array that we're going to show, it should just make every column smaller. So we have n values. Value. My mouse doesn't work that well. And values. Where's my pencil? Values. There you go. Okay. So I had to figure out how wide should this be. So we're going to call it W. Knowing that we know that this axis, how wide is it? How wide is that axis? Nobody?
100%.
No, 100% is from here to here. This is 100%. That is 100%.
75.
It is 75 because it starts at 15, ends at 90, so that means there's 10 over here because it starts at 15, ends at 90. So is 75. Okay? These are the values that I gave you. Okay, 15 to 90. So it ends at 75. So let's see. W is going to be what? How do I get value? W. What would be the formula? Come on. What is the formula there? Come on, what's the formula? I'm not going to do everything for you. Nobody?
I think 8%.
I don't want the actual result. I want the formula. Why do you say 8%? You don't even know how many columns we're going to draw.
Okay.
That's why it's represented by n
75 between
divided by
divide to
by.
9.
Why 9?
And
It is divided by, not 2. Divided by n. We don't know how many values we're going to chart. So don't put a fixed value on that. The only fixed value is because we know that the column goes from here to here. The axis goes from there here to here. So it is 75. But it's divided by the number of elements we have. Okay? Got it?
Okay.
Got it.
So right now we have 7 values because we have the all the days in the week, but we don't know how many values we're going to show. And to illustrate that, I'm going to show you. We're going to add or delete elements here, and you should be able to see them correctly distributed. Okay, so don't worry about the number of values, or don't use it fixed. Before we do this, we're going to create another style. We're going to call it column. Actually, okay.
Yes, got it.
So what we're going to do here is the columns. We're actually going to use a for each statement to draw the elements of the array data. We're going to call it D. And right now you can see that we have D. But I need to know the value of N, remember? So how many elements we have? So W, we're going to represent it as column width. Okay? And that was 75 divided by data dot length, the length of the array. Doesn't matter how many. Okay? So this is variable. If I add more elements up here, it's going to show more elements. And the column width is going to be smaller. If I erase elements, then it's going to be bigger. So don't worry about how many elements there are. Just read the length of the array. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Good.
if we draw the columns exactly the same as the column width, they're going to look like this. So I don't want them to look like that. I want to give it a little bit of space between them. So I'm going to give them, if we were to zoom in here, let's see. If I zoom in, then what I want to do is do the column. This is column width. And I want to give 1% here and 1% over here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a variable called x. And x is going to start at here, at this point here. So x is going to be start at 16. Then the next column is going to be here. So this value here is column width. I'm just going to represent as CW because it's very hard to write here. So this is going to be column width. So I'm going to use a variable called x that goes from 16 and starts increasing by column width. Okay. So I'm going to go var x is going to be 16. And inside here, increase x. So x plus equals column width. Good. So just to show it, console log x. So here you can see that the first x, well, after, let me do this here before I increment it. So the first x is going to be at 16, which would be here. Then the next one is going to be at 26.71. Then the next one is 37.48, et cetera, until the last one, which would be at 80.29, which would be somewhere around here. So they can draw the last column. Okay. So we have the value of X, and what we're also going to do is column with, anyway, don't worry. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to erase this part here. I'm going to draw a rectangle. And it's going to be the same thing, SVG dot draw a rectangle. And again, column chart. And in this case, it asks for start. X. And in this case, X is going to be X plus the percentage symbol to make sure it's a percentage. Y, we're going to do them right now. Oh, forget about this. We're going to end this. We're just going to do them a little bit tall, like 5 pixels high. Okay, then later on, we're going to make them bigger. So Y is going to be, if this line is at 400, let me just zoom out. This line is at 400. I'm going to make it at 395. Okay. Then in the case of rectangle, it asks for a size. And I need width. Width is going to be column width minus 2, because I'm giving 1% on both sides for margin. So it's going to be that. And height right now is going to be just 5 pixels. And CSS class is going to be column. So we drew the 7 columns there. Now, like I told you, let me go up here. If I erase a couple of days and just use 4, it's going to recalculate the column width and it's going to show them correctly. Okay, so don't worry about, and since it's percentages, if I make the column this bigger, it's just going to make it bigger. Okay, so all you have to do is just do the calculation, just one calculation there, and you're good. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to display the name of the day below here. Okay. So first we need a style. as you can see, we have axis label. Now we're going to have X axis label. And that one's going to be text anchor middle. So it's going to be centered. Now we need to find out the, hold on. We need to find out this position. Okay. So remember, this is X. That is X. And this from here to here is column width. All the way to there is column width. So what would be the formula? What is the formula for this value here? Anybody?
Column width minus X divided by 2.
Close enough. Column width divided by 2. So that would be the center, minus 1. The minus is because we're erasing this part here. Yep. So column width divided by 2 is going to be here. Oh, sorry. X plus all of this. So it's X plus half of the column width minus 1 because we already moved 1. So let's go here. And we're going to copy this part here. First thing we're going to do is change the class to X axis label. The Y is going to be fixed. It's going to be somewhere around let's say 420. Let's see how that looks. And this is the part that we have to change. So it's going to be X plus column width divided by 2 minus 1. All of that. All of this. Plus the percentage symbol. And the text is going to be d dot day. Remember, this is D, so we're just going to display the day. Let's see how that looks. I think we need to make the text a little bit smaller. Where's this move? Why did it move? Okay, well, this one. Oh, X axis label. That's why it moved. But I think we need to make it a little bit smaller. So this one's here. And this one probably going to be 10%. That looks better. So is it centered? Looks like it. Looks like it is. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, I'm just gonna change the color of the column to blue. Make it look nice. And I'm going to do another class called value. Actually, just labels. Font size. Points. Font weight. Bold. Color. This one. And text anchor. Middle. Okay. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a text on top of this to show the label. This is actually the x-axis values. And I'm going to draw the labels. Now the labels are going to be a little bit. First of all, I'm not going to show day. I'm going to show the temperature. Temperature plus the degree symbol. And it's going to be a little bit higher up. So it's going to be, let's say, 390. And the class is going to be just label. What happened? Label. Oh, it's not color. It's fill. There you go. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, remember the battery that we did?
The battery?
Yeah, the battery, the
Yeah,
power.
yeah.
Guess what you're gonna do?
We're gonna change the color,
The color?
the size of each
Yeah,
column.
the size. So these columns should look like should be this should be the correct size. Okay, like this. And the label should be on top. Think you can do it? Guys? Guys?
We just need to increase the height of the rectangle.
Well, yeah, do whatever you have to do.
Oh, okay.
My question was, do you think you can do it?
I think we can. I think.
Okay, well, do it. Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to log out right now. Well, less than a minute because somebody needs to use my computer to do an exam. My daughter, so she needs a computer. So we'll finish this. Well, you have to finish it right now, and you'll show me tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Professor.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow then.
See you.
Yes.
See you. See you.
See you.
To